Hey guys, what's up? Um, I've just been kind of thinking about some stuff lately that I just really wanted to. I've been writing a little bit about it, and I kind of just wanted to voice it to you guys, see what you thought. Um, I've been thinking. I know this is kind of a big way to start, but it seems to me like I think of it in terms of the 80-20 rule, right? Regarding talking about happiness versus concentrating on the negative that seems to always be constantly swirling around. Um, it seems to me as if the majority of people, including myself a lot recently, have been thinking of it and operating in terms of being um, concentrating on all the heavy stuff that seems to be swirling around in our world and in our country and in our communities and neighborhoods, that's what they focus on at least about 80% of the time, and it just bogs them down. Like I said, including myself, I see this happening with everybody, it seems to me, like recently. um, and then they spend 20% of the time being happy about something, whatever it may be, but that happiness is like a flash in the pan almost, and then it's just over, and then we get back to um, all the negativity because there's so much negativity, and honestly, I think we're taught to concentrate on negativity too. Um, and like I said at the beginning, I think that's exactly opposite of the way that it should be. I think that it should be flipped exactly on its head. I think that we need to start practicing. I need to start practicing. Everybody needs to start practicing making the 80% the happiness and the positivity and the togetherness and the unity of our communities and bringing people together again and installing fun back in our lives and stuff, and 20% trying to deal with all the crap. And don't mistake what I'm saying here. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we should ignore bad things that are happening. Far, I'm far from saying that. I'm also not saying that we shouldn't stand up for egregious things that are happening in our world and to fight those things. But I'm saying that negativity and the heaviness that all this stuff brings should not be at the forefront of our mind 100% of the time. Because if we allow that to happen, what happens is we get crippled by our own fear. We'll get so far inside our own heads that all of a sudden we can't think about what to do to make our communities better. And I think the real root of making our communities the best that they possibly can be is positivity, open-mindedness, communication, and togetherness. Um, I've just been thinking about these things. There's really not not really a real reason for me. I'm practicing filming, and I'm just wanting to just kind of share my thoughts with you guys. So I guess let me know what you think. You don't have to, like I said, feel free to disagree with me. I'm not right about a lot of things. I'm just sharing what I feel like is needing to be done for us to really start shifting the energy back in the other direction. Because that's the only way that anything's ever going to be happy and peaceful, is if we actually physically take the machine that is pounding us into heaviness and depression and negativity, and we say, no, we're not going to make that the focus anymore. Instead of making that the focus, we're going to deal with these problems. We're going to continue to deal with these problems. But instead of focusing on problems all the time, we're going to start commandeering the energy and bringing it back to positivity. And I think that's really what's going to help our world at this point. There's so many people fighting, there's so many people arguing, there's so many people shooting each other and blowing each other up, and there's all this hatefulness. It's already happening. It's already happening without me adding to any sort of negativity. The world doesn't need that from me. What the world does need is for me to be a positive light and to be helpful and to be charitable and to be a good person. I think that's what needs to be emphasized instead of what's being emphasized, which is all the time. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying anything that you care about, and if not, you can feel free to just disregard everything I'm saying. But I just thought I'd share and see what you guys thought, I suppose. I hope everybody's doing well. Have a really good rest of your day. I love you guys.